allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks everyone for joining this evening. A couple housekeeping topics. We are not video recording, but we do have audio recording. So when we open it up for public comment, we'll have you come up to the podium, state your name so we can get it for the record. If there are any personal conversations, please take those outside. So we do have everybody here tonight for a quorum. So I would entertain or call for any other business. I know I've got one to add. Does anybody else have anything for other business? Okay. We do have a special.
She's got it.
We've got a special event permit for the Veterans Day Parade, so we'll add that on as other business. I am going to make a bit of an adjustment. We're going to take item E in the new business section and move it to the top. All right, I will entertain a motion for approval of the consent agenda.
I'll move that we approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Moved by Rebecca and seconded by Tawny. Any discussion?
Yes.
Okay.
In the 9/22/25 workshop minutes, the term, quote, they were approved. So the hookup fees were approved as stated above. We were in a workshop. We don't actually approve things. So I was going to comment on staff to not use words like approved in workshop.
All right.
Minutes. Because we don't vote.
No. Anybody else have anything? All right, I will go ahead and call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carries. So we'll move down into department reports. I believe Rachel's got the PD report since Chief couldn't be here tonight.
Yep. So we had a total of 33 calls for the month. And that's about all that's going on with PD, and I don't have anything for City Hall really.
Okay.
Actually, I do. I've got the consumption stuff. So, are there any questions for PD that I can relay?
Uh-huh. So we will move on to City Hall.
So Sarah and I just went to the Visions Conference, which was really helpful. We've started the budget process. We're having workshops, so anyone interested in joining, they're posted out front. And I think that's it.
Anybody have questions for City Hall?
The workshops are also posted on the website.
Yep.
Fairly early.
No reports tonight from Public Works. So we'll jump into the council reports. So at the last meeting, it was brought up for Pacific Road to have it barricaded at both ends. I did reach out to the county. The response that I received was just thanks for reaching out to us. The issue has arisen many times over the years. We have no plans for blocking a county road or building a turnaround. We do have no motorized vehicle signs and road closed signs posted warning vehicles not to drive down there. So at that point, we're kind of at a standstill. It's county property. There's nothing that we can do. It's their property. So I would definitely reach out to the county and see what you can figure out on that end. But we did reach out. I did also speak to Public Works, so they should be out cleaning up the blackberries at the V. We reached out to the property owners that own the other section that has the storage shed, and then we'll be cleaning up ours on the other end as well. That is pretty much what I had as follow-up. I know anybody else that was at the meeting. I did also chat with Public Works about the smell from the treatment plant, so.
Can I interject a question on that topic? So how did the south end of that county road get blocked if they're not willing to block the north end?
Yeah.
This end is on it's at the city line. We can put it up on our end. We can't do anything on county property, unfortunately. So.
But technically, I believe that is on county property because I think their line comes down even further. So it's good they allowed you to put it on their property.
Yeah, because as far as I knew, it was on the city end is what I had been told.
I don't believe so because they took trees out in there that they said were their trees and their responsibility, and that's down further south
Okay.
by quite a little bit. So that's good. They're allowing you to put it there, but they won't let you put it on the north end, which is interesting.
Yeah, and I will pull up the GIS and look at the county line All right, so we will move on to the remainder of council. Tani.
Nothing for
Eric?
I did a little bit of spreadsheeting. I guess I say that pretty much every meeting. And I think that's about it.
Nothing to report.
Kathy?
I like all the white lines by some of the stop signs. I did a tour a couple days ago. I can't find the plan they use for why they put some and why not others.
I do believe they're not finished yet.
That would be the
Yes.
perfect answer.
Yes, they are still working on torch downs.
Okay. Because they're highly visible and help.
Yes. Jeannie?
I went to I think it was the last planning commission meeting, and it's clear they put in a lot of hours, a lot of work, a lot of effort to get that thing finalized, and I assured them they're not getting their hours back. But yeah, it was pretty impressive.
Perfect. All right, so we will move down. I don't believe we have, so we're into committee reports. We didn't receive anything from Planning Commission. And I don't see anybody here from Park Board. So we will move down. No public hearing tonight, no special presentation. So we'll open it up for public comment on our agenda items. All right. So we will jump right on into new business. First thing up is the Vision's proposal for paperless billing. And Sarah, did you want to come up to the podium and speak to that?
All right. Hi, I'm Sarah Hazlett. Okay, so I put this proposal together because we've had a lot of residents since I've been here, which for those that don't know, I started in January, wanting to know more about paperless billing. We don't offer that at this point. However, we do have an option, and that would be through this program. I thought it would be just the paperless billing aspect, but it brings a lot of others perks to it, so to speak. Currently, we use Doxo, so residents can go online and they can set up an account through Doxo and they can pay their bill. Right now, if there's any issues, like for instance, I had someone today, they needed to make an update on their automatic payment. I can't help them. There's nothing I can do. I have to direct them to Doxo's customer support. With this program, you can create your own profile on there. You can make payments. You can schedule automatic payments for land wards that have multiple homes. And you're paying them. You can group them together. But on the back side of that, I can also go in and help you guys if you have any problems or questions or concerns. And then I can be the one that reaches out to support for additional help. There's also the fact that we can send out notifications. So January is coming up. There's going to be dog tag reminders for anyone who has animals within city limits. If there's any notification from the city, so we have cheese days, we have the park events that we have coming up for the quad parade, anything like that, we can send out a blast. There's no additional cost. We're currently, when we do that, we're paying hundreds of dollars to add it to our bills every month. So in that aspect, there is a higher fee on this, but that's going to be saving money instead of spending money when we need to make notices that way. Any information on permitting, codes and fines, anything like that that needs to be a notice to everybody, that can also go into this aspect as well. So it can go out but via text message and or email. If they don't want to do the automatic, or not automatic, if they don't want to do the email for their payment, they can still get a paper bill. But then I can still also use this platform to send out notifications to everybody as long as their information is updated in the system. What else is there? There is a lower service fee for paying by card. It's not much, but it's something. So currently we charge 4.99%. Using this, it'll be 3.95%.
Do you know what Doxos is?
Doxo, We absorb the fee
Yeah,
on
we
that. It's
absorb it.
$1.50 per payment.
And I do know there is an option that we could do that with this program. Just right now, we would have to go through them to handle that. This is the information they automatically hand out.
People can still use Doxo. This is just an additional.
They can use Doxo.
Yeah.
Is this $4.95 based on how many users, or will it change? $4.95.
That I'm not sure. But I don't know the
Oh,
answer to that question.
We've reached out to Vision before and said, hey, we're a small city.
Yeah,
Don't
so,
charge us the big city price.
and I can see they've already finagled some of the pricing, like, I just
Setup.
lost it. There's the setup fee is supposed to be $7,500. They're offering to waive that for us because we're a customer with them. They know us. So I thought that was kind of cool.
So anyone who pays their PUD bill on their phone or through their app, I believe it's very similar to that. You can see your usage. So you could go in, you can pull up a bill from 12 months ago. So if you're wanting to know your consumption for the last, 6 months, you can see all that.
So before we get into discussing too much, could I get a motion?
Oh, I'll make a motion that we approve. What are we reviewing here?
Paperless billing.
Vision paperless billing.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
So it is moved by Rebecca and seconded by Tawny. So we'll go ahead and continue on discussions and questions on that. I know there's going to be quite a few.
So we pay a fee to Doxo now, right?
Correct.
Yes.
And this would be on top of that?
The more people that switched from Doxo to paperless billing, that fee would go down.
Yeah.
So Doxo-
Actually, Doxo, and Doxo is also, or we're paying it's $1.50 that we pay per
Yeah.
payment. So we're paying that fee for the residents.
And are we looking to at some point do away with Doxo
Yes.
altogether?
Yes,
So then
if we
would-
can.
Okay, so then we would just have just this
Mhm.
billing. Okay.
But like at first, we can obviously keep Doxo. People have already automatic payments that come out of there. They'll need to get into the process of transitioning, and I'm available to help. We had one resident mention the older generation, which we had people come in. Like I've had that happen multiple times where their credit card got stolen and they had to get a new card, and they already had that set up through Doxo and they can't fix it. I can't help them, which sucks because I want to be able to. So with this, I could go next door and help people at the senior center. They can come in once I learn it. They've given me a brief overview. It'll take me 10-15 minutes to help someone set up an account. They'll have their own information and they'll be good to go.
And that's if they choose to go paperless.
Yes.
But we can still do paper.
But yep, and you can still do paper. And once we get to a point, I can make a list of everyone that needs a copy of a paper bill. If they want to have the paperless option, I can also go in and print it here in house and send it out as well. That won't be hard.
And if we can get the majority of people signed up with paperless billing, then we no longer have to export our bills and pay that. I think it's like $4.80 every billing cycle that we pay to have our bills printed and processed for us. There'll still be some paperless bills going out, but not quite that many.
And one of the reasons
So you're gonna have it, you're still gonna have to print bills. And I'd like to know what the base fee is. Because there's gonna be a base fee.
That's the $4.95 a month.
No, the Vision
No, she's talking about
Forms
this down
bill
here.
printing.
What we pay, kind of what your
Oh,
minimum.
that's our base fee now. It's like $4.85 a billing cycle or something. Is what we're paying. We're $3.85.
If I'm understanding right, what you're asking is, say only 20 people want it printed, are we still having to pay that massive amount? Is that right?
I can print those here in office. I
And
can have a
send them
list
that
of those
way.
20 people. And one of the main reason I started looking into this is the last couple billing cycles. So far, I haven't gotten very many this billing cycle, but last billing cycle, I had over half of our residents did not receive a bill, but then they received their delinquencies. So I had to go in and get Rachel's approval and manually remove delinquencies because I'm not going to charge them if they come in and they never received their initial bill.
Right.
I will look on that.
I'm just looking at transparency.
Yeah,
I know what you're looking for. I'll get that for you.
Yeah,
Like per
that's why
bill?
I added this, and so moving forward, if this was to be a thing, I can create a list of people who want manual bills. I can print those in office. If they want both, I can do that as well. So they're getting their paperless bill, and then I can mail them their paper bill so they have a paper copy. Because I know there's some people that might like that.
Okay, the other thing I'm gonna bring up, because I was kind of flabbergasted when I moved here, is that I pay all my bills through my bank account, and I never pay a fee. I can pay my PUD bill, my telephone bill, everything, and nobody charges me a fee. The only ones that would charge me a fee would be City of Toledo. They don't charge me a fee because my bank issues a check to the city. And so I'm not charged a fee because you guys don't charge a fee for a check.
We don't charge a fee for a check. So people can still use bill pay through their bank to pay for it, for their bills. It's just, are you talking about having the bill sent to your bank?
What I'm saying is we charge fees for credit card payments and for debit cards.
So that's not us charging it, that's all paid, it's GovPay or .net or whatever, that's the fee that they charge the person running the card. So it has nothing to do with us, it's not a fee that we're charging, it's the fee that the credit card company's charging. It's like if you go to the gas station, they'll tell you it's $1.50 fee to run your card. It doesn't go to the gas station, it's just the credit card company making their money. So, but you can still pay, with your bank account and have them send a check. I think a lot of people out here don't like the option. I don't know that we have that many come in like that.
I think there's a handful of residents that I don't check it, looks like there's not very many.
Well, and the only reason you receive a check from me is because you do not have a cooperation with my bank.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else has cooperation with my bank, so they just make a transfer to them.
Those big giant corporate conglomerates that have lots of money that,
Like PUD?
like PUD.
Yeah, I know when I first got here, they were doing some kind of EFT, so they had people actually fill out a form that had their routing number and their checking account number, and they would somehow do transfers from the bank. They would put in a request, and people had signed authorizations allowing staff to pull that money. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. I didn't feel comfortable having that information in the office.
Yeah.
So it's not something that we do anymore. I'm not sure exactly how they did it, but there was the automatic payment through Timberland Bank, and I just didn't pick that up as something I taught staff.
So Mike, so this credit card payment of $3.95, that's $10. That's a $10 charge to our residents to ePay. Even if they do an e-check, it's $7.50. Why they're charging 3% on a e-check?
But you can still also have paperless billing and send a check in through your bank or drop a check off.
Or you can use Doxo.
Or you can use Doxo, or you can drop cash off. It's just allowing people to have more access to their billing, so they can go in and they're able to pull up past bills.
I have no problem
Yeah.
with any of the rest of it. It's like when we went to Doxo, the goal was to create relief for our residents, and so
And for the office, yeah.
This is and get rid of the 2 days of manual credit cards. But this is not in that direction. This is the only thing I don't like about it. With that and the $6,000 a year.
Yeah, and we can always go back and let them know. I think Sarah has a meeting with them tomorrow. This has just been requested from a lot of people, and this is the only option that Vision works with as far as we've been told. I guess we could see what else is out there.
Because 100% they're making money on that $3.95.
Oh, for sure.
There's
For
no
sure.
way that their vendors charging 3.95%.
I don't know that you can charge a credit card processing fee that's going in your pocket. I don't think that's. I think that's probably what they're being charged to have the credit card company hooked up. They're still making their money. Don't get me wrong. That's. There's no doubt in my mind
some
that.
kickback because nobody's charging 3.95 on a credit card anymore.
Well, we're charging 4.99 on a credit card.
That's because I'm sorry, there's nobody that has any number of credit card transactions that's paying that. That's because All Paid is covering us because we don't really run any. So it's like a last ditch.
Yep. Yeah, we're just looking for direction. Like I said, we've had a lot of residents want it. We've had a lot of the older generation come in too, where they went from one person paying a bill to now someone else, the spouse died or something, and now they have to figure out how to set this up on automatic payments. The one thing with Doxo is that you don't get your bill. If your bill changes and there's overages, unless you're actually looking at your bill, you're not going to know until you get hit with a delinquency if you didn't pay. So, if you guys want to give us some guidance.
So are we thinking that are we thinking that the forms are going to go away and the printing service
That's
fee
the
is going
goal.
to go away?
That's the goal. It's probably going to take some time, honestly. I'm not saying it's going to go away in 3 billing cycles. It's probably going to take a year or two to get everybody switched over.
Because we also do buy. We don't buy it. That won't get rid of anything that we buy from them from Vision. Because I guess that's delinquencies and such.
Yeah,
got a
and
lot of
those are
things
like
on
outrageous.
materials.
Can we do our delinquencies through here? I believe we can, right?
Should be able to. It should be a notice.
So I know,
'cause
like,
there's-
we just
there-
ran out of forms,
yeah.
and it's
I'm making
like
copies right
25
now.
cents a page.
Yeah.
It's outrageous.
I remember last time when you first got here, you
They-
were saying that we need to do our own because they're too expensive.
It's outrageous, yeah.
So if you tie the two of those together, maybe we can offset some of that 6,000.
Yep, and try to talk them down from that 495. Tell them council's only willing to do whatever guidance you guys want to give us. We can take back to them.
I mean, if it's $1 an account per month, that's $3.25.
Yeah, you should see if they could charge us
I
per
mean,
account.
it's more than
Because we're a
$1
small
account
city.
per month.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Okay.
And then maybe I won't be here, so I'll encourage it now. Maybe I'll encourage it from the other side of the podium. Don't be so quick to get rid of Doxo.
Yeah, I don't think
Because the people
that are already set
that
up.
are already struggling to make their bill, you've just increased it by $10.
Yeah, and they'll still be able to go on, like, sign up for the online account and use Doxo, and it works great for permits too. People that aren't in the area, I have people pay for permits. We've got
Okay,
people
great.
that pay for, even their dog tags. They'll just send it in on Doxo, and
Okay, great.
it's been very convenient.
And
So
just to clarify, so those prices for payments, that's only if they're making payments
Right.
through the system.
correct.
If
That's
we-
why I was discounting
yeah,
the Doxo amount.
Yeah,
I
if
understand
we were to approve this, we have all the other features.
Yeah, just that
I like the
$495 a month
transparency a lot.
is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, the transparency is worth it alone.
Yep.
Anybody else have any questions?
So the final answer is,
Someone's got to amend their
If
motion.
somebody needs to amend.
Can maybe we amend to just move
Bring it
forward and bring it to us again with
Better
some
know.
finalization?
Yeah, how do I say that?
I'll amend that we approve it, or approve you moving forward and getting more information. Stay on it, we like it.
Okay. Can do.
I'll meet with you
I'll
tomorrow.
second that.
Okay, and then we can,
Okay. All right. So it's been, the amended motion has been made by Eric and seconded by Rebecca. If there is no further discussion, then I'll go ahead and call for the vote to bring it back. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, perfect.
thank you, Jared.
Thanks.
Thank you guys.
I didn't say nothing with that.
All right, so
Rachel.
Yeah, I was like, now you're calling me Rebecca? I wasn't going to say it out loud. I was just thinking.
One of those bars.
I'm gonna give you guys name tags. All right, so we'll go ahead and move down to the next item of business, which is ordinance number 829, an ordinance of the City of Toledo, Washington, adopting a new chapter of the Toledo Municipal Code, providing for procedures and the creation of code enforcement, and providing for severability and establishing an effective date. And I would entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion, we accept ordinance number 829.
Been moved by Rebecca and seconded by Tanya. This is like a lengthy one, so I will open it up for discussion.
I do have one change that I'd need to have stated in the ordinance. We would not be using a hearing examiner. We would be using planning commission, and that would be in the definitions, section 4. So that would need to be changed.
Say that again.
Legally, would they have the authority to do?
They do, because we're under 2,500 in population, we don't necessarily have to have a hearings examiner. And this ordinance was written by our attorneys, not me.
So, have we already motioned and stuff? Because I have questions.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Where are we?
So we can talk.
Yes.
So, I thought we already did this.
We set our nuisance codes in place, but we don't really have the authority to do what we need to do to put any teeth in it. Right now, all we can do is send the police department out and ticket people, but there's other things that we can do with bigger situations that we have. We have a couple houses right now that are bigger issues, and this gives us not just the authority, but it also lays out the procedures for us to do all of those things. If someone got a ticket, or we sent a letter to somebody saying, hey, you need to do X, Y, Z, and they don't agree with it, we don't have a process in our code book that gives them the ability to come back and say, I don't agree with this. They can bring it to council, but there actually needs to be like a process, especially for bigger situations, which there's a couple of them that we're dealing with right now, and all I can do is give it to the attorneys and have them do everything on their end, which is expensive.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And it's a lot. I mean, there's a lot in here. We're going to have to write some procedures based off of it, but it gives us a lot of guidance and the ability to do a lot more in-house.
So on page 4, there's a comment that there's something to be added.
That's what I was saying. So there's a hearing examiner.
Ordinance?
Yeah, there was a hearing examiner that needed to be a contract, but we're not going to use a hearing examiner.
So there's not a hearing examiner ordinance that has to be passed?
No, because we're going to just change that verbiage to planning commission, yeah. Because that's, once we hit a certain population, we do have to have a contract with the hearing examiner, but we're not there yet. I believe it's $2,500, I could be wrong.
So, does the planning commission meet frequently enough to implement this?
Yeah, I don't see it becoming something that we use very often.
Yeah, it sounds for bigger issues.
Bigger, like
Yeah.
big issues, yeah.
Did anybody else have anything on that? All right, then I will go ahead and call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carries. So we will move on to the next item, which is resolution number 335A, a resolution of the City of Toledo, Washington, establishing a small works roster and authority to use the small works roster process to award public works contracts. I would entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion, we accept resolution number 335A.
I'll second it.
And moved by Rebecca and seconded by Jamie. I'll go ahead and open it up for discussion.
I repeat, didn't we already do this?
This seems like an annual thing.
There needed to be some updates made. There was some changes to the amounts of the small work roster. So there were just some mandatory updates that needed to be made. So I made those.
Okay.
And I will expect that same question next year at this time.
Hopefully not.
But did anybody, after reading over this, does anybody have any problems, any pressing matters that they saw that jumped out?
So we're just updating the amounts.
Then I will go ahead and call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carries. So next up is the resolution number 336A, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Toledo, Washington, adopting a new background check policy for employees and volunteers. I would entertain a motion. I'm going to give Rebecca a break. I know her
I
throat
make a
hurts.
motion that we approve resolution 336A.
I'll second.
It's been moved by Kathy and seconded by Rebecca. I'll go ahead and open it up for discussion. I think it is pretty straightforward, and I think, again, it is something that is needed, and as time goes on and we grow, it's just going to be something that's going to be needed more and more.
I had actually thought of that before, that there are people that have access to things that, have they been cleared?
Yes. So,
So we do currently run background checks. This is just more of a procedure that's actually documents how we do it if problems arise. So all I was told is run background checks. Doesn't say how long, how far to go back. So
nobody has anything else? Fine.
So, well, those currently volunteering, all of them have already had?
no, not volunteers. Like the park host is someone that has, but people that are on, well, no, they don't. There was nothing that said,
That's,
yeah.
Okay.
all right, I will go ahead and call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Oh, motion carries. All right, and last up will be City Code Section 1-1-9. And Rachel, I will let you speak to that one.
Marissa's just looking for some guidance on this. This is one of those things that kind of popped up during our codification. Right now, a general penalty, which could be not having a permit or doing something very basic, is the $5,000 or 1 year in jail, which is the same as like a gross misdemeanor. We definitely don't want to do that. So Marissa suggested dropping it down to a statutory penalty for a misdemeanor, which is $1,000 and 90 days in jail. Again, that's for bigger issues that we're continuously pursuing. And that's what most cities around here are doing, but I do need council's guidance on that and approval.
So before we open it up for discussion, I do need a motion on.
No, and that would be for anything that falls under a misdemeanor, not just like, oh, you have trash in your front yard or something like that. It's actually a misdemeanor penalty.
So you say you do need a motion?
I do.
So I'll make a motion that we accept Marissa's ideas for the City Code Section 1-1-9 general penalty.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Second.
Jamie got it.
All right, moved by Rebecca and seconded by Jamie. So we'll open it up for discussion, ideas, thoughts.
For the notes and all, it looks like Marissa has good suggestions, and most of it follows along with what's normal or average for everywhere.
Nobody sees any giant red flags here?
And she'd have a better idea
Yeah.
of the going rate, so to speak.
Yeah.
Nobody has any major questions or holdups. I will go ahead and call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carries. All right, so we will move down. No unfinished business this evening, but under other business, we do have the special events permit for the Veterans Day Parade.
I'll make a motion we accept the special events permit for the Veterans Day Parade. It's nice to see it come back.
I'll second that.
Been moved by Eric and seconded by Kathy. Does anybody have any questions or concerns?
Who's it hosted by?
Lions Club.
Okay, then I will go ahead and call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carries. All right, jumping down in, so we will go ahead and open it up for public input. Again, do you remember anybody that wants to speak, please come to the podium, state your name, and we have 3 minutes. Come on.
All right. My name is Jay Downey. I live at 201 Augusta Street, right behind Valley View. The very, I got this notice: mow your grass. Grass is shin deep. Only thing I can think of it is it's my backyard. We have a broke mower. There's a lot of issues. I'm starting to feel like it's been a while since I got just a violation, just a random violation for something. You know, it was my dogs, it was my grass, it was my car parked out there. There's been 5 or 6 of them over this year, and I'm starting to think that because she lives behind me and she lives beside me, it's starting to feel like I'm being targeted a little bit just because they can look in my backyard.
Oh, you can see it from Second Street.
Well, I mean,
Your weeds are 2 feet taller than your fence, and so that means they're 8 feet tall.
well, they're not 8 feet tall because they're like this on me, but that's neither here nor there. It's my backyard. Nobody ever says anything about the guy that's got got 97 cars in his front yard right as you come into the front the thing here. Like it just doesn't make sense. And I just want to be left alone. I made my dog shut up. I did all the things that everybody asked me. I just want to be left alone. I'll mow my grass in the front, but I don't have a way to do it. I can borrow a mower for the front, but I don't have a way to cut the stuff in the back. I just don't right now. And so threatening me with $1,000 fines all the time, I mean, I don't even have a job right now.
And I was gonna say, I do, if you wanna come, you can always come borrow my mower too.
Well, you can't mow the stuff in the back.
No.
It's basically little trees that have grown over the year, and there's just nothing I can do about it right now.
Mm-hmm.
I can't afford to hire nobody, and I can't afford for $1,000 payment. And I just want to just be left alone. I made my dog shut up. I just want to be left alone. Please. For the love of God, please.
And yeah, if you do, like, for the front yard, definitely always pop by here. I can always bring my mower down to you too if you want to mow the front. And I get the back because I had some that were like that too. And I'm like, I just went out and tried to hit them with the weed eater the best I could. I broke my weed eater twice.
Yeah.
But,
Well,
yeah.
weed eater isn't going to cut this down.
Yeah, we don't go out looking for people, Jay. It's literally, if we get complaints, we have to act on it if it's not in our code. So we don't have time to go around and like pick on houses or certain people. It's literally, there has to be a complaint that comes in.
A hand sigh. I mean, you can swing a hand sigh and cut them in half.
Come do it. You know what I mean? It's like I don't have the ability or the time or anything to be able to do that.
Well, I will say the one good thing.
I have to have back surgery this week.
Oh.
Like there's nothing that I can do about
No,
it.
you can't. The sparrows line up on the line over that lawn, over your lawn there, or your field, and they're loving it. You have fed so many.
If I'm able to find somebody that can come help you for free, is that something you'd be willing to?
That's fine.
Okay.
If somebody wants to come
Okay.
do it, but it's just I just want to be left alone. I'll figure a way to get the front mow that's this tall.
I don't think that
That's
the front yard grass wasn't a complaint from what I saw. I don't work with these, but I don't think that was the complaint that came in. I think it was the backyard.
Just to be frank, we've gotten used to it being about knee high. So
Yeah.
And a hand sigh is $100, by the way, because I've looked at them.
What's your house number?
201.
201. Okay. Let me see what I can find out, and then I know we've got your number. So if I can find somebody, with you being down, if I can find somebody that can come out and take care of the backyard for you, I'll give you a call before I just send
I
some
mean, I'll
random
help them as
person
much as I
by.
can, but I need to, it's going to take saws to get it done.
And I got some good powerful hand saws too. So, all right, thank you.
Good
Wait,
luck with your
update.
surgery.
Okay. No? Okay. Come on.
My name is Cheryl Spar, and I too got a nasty gram. So one of them was for my trailer that's parked in front of my house. It's been there for a long time. I have no way to move it. I don't have a truck. Got divorced, he got the truck, I got the trailer. So I don't know why it's a problem now. Why?
Yeah.
It's not hurting anything. I have it covered because we have a leak. So why is this an issue?
If it's not in the city codes, we have to treat everyone equally. So
Okay, well,
if we have one person that has a camper out front, we have to allow everyone to have a camper out front, and then all of our right-of-ways get
What
blocked.
would you like me to do with it?
I don't know. It's not my trailer. You're gonna have to let us know. I mean, if it's gonna take you 30
I don't have
days.
a truck.
Okay, but if you're gonna have to work with us, and we will work with you. I don't deal with the code violations. I have a girl in the office that does. But if you continue to keep her updated, she will work with you. But if we let one person do it, we have to let everybody do it. And then if we don't let everybody do it, then we can get sued.
So if I can get it put in my driveway, Is that acceptable?
Yeah, they need to be in your driveway.
Do you know how many axles it has?
I don't know.
I'll look tonight and see.
I'm sure you will. You want to leave them right next to me, right?
Yeah, so I'll see, because if it's a 2-axle, I've got somebody who's got a truck that can easily move it for you and put it
Well, I have
in.
to move a car first.
There's about
Okay.
70 trucks in town.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
reach out to the girl that's listed on there. It's Sarah. She's right
Who's
here.
the one that's like, this is because I got a complaint?
That
or-
someone would have complained. Yeah, again, we do not drive around. There's only 2 of us in the office right now, and there used to be 4 girls in the office, so we have a lot on our plate. But when people write a complaint, we have to look at it. If we, see something when we're driving by, it might be something that we address, but we definitely don't drive street to street looking for.
So maybe more specifically, like, I mean, this, obviously, I have to get a car out of my driveway before I can take care of this.
Okay.
So the other one, as far as junk vehicles, yes, I know my son is anyway. But what specific cars do we need to move?
I would reach out to Sarah tomorrow. She's right here. She'll work with you. And if you tell us I'm gonna need 30 days, we're not like, nope, sorry, you have until tomorrow. I mean, we will work with you.
The 23rd.
Right, we just need communication. So if you call and say, I can't have it done by the 23rd, we're not gonna say, oh, too bad. She's gonna work with you. We've worked with everybody, there's people that you could talk to.
Specifics.
She can get them for you tomorrow, definitely.
Can I have like 3 minutes?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to go there. I'll do that in 3 months.
Okay.
When staff sends out those complaints, so when I got my last complaint, the last 2, they were dated that I needed to have something done the day before I received the mail.
Yep, we addressed that.
So maybe we potentially just by default add a week or something. I mean, it's going to get done eventually.
We just changed our procedures to allow for, and it's actually that ordinance, that 95-page ordinance, it's addressed in there as well, that we have to, depending on how it's delivered, if it's hand-delivered, if it's posted, there are different amount of days that we have to tack on to allow for process of
Mailing and.
yeah, so I think mailing is like 4 or 5 days additional. So if we normally give 7 days for something, we'd have to give an additional 5 days for mailing, or 2 days for posting, or 1 day for hand delivery. It's all in that ordinance.
Because that
too.
letter did a little trip around Washington before it got back to me. So.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me.
But yeah, and then on top of that ordinance, we did add it into, because I had someone else, it might have been you, but it was brought up, and so we did add an additional 3 to 5 days on for
I
the
did. I brought
letters.
it up.
Yeah,
I've changed it.
it was addressed. Yeah.
Thanks. Glad I could help test the system.
We only learn by finding where the flaws are. Anybody else? All right. No executive session this evening, so I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion. We adjourn.
Moved by Eric and seconded by Jane. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, meeting adjourned.